Hello, thank you for listening. This is the near death experience of Nicole, and this event occurred in September of 2003. Open quote. This wasn't the first suicide attempt, yet I can promise you this will most definitely be my last. A month ago, I decided to end my own life by downing sleeping pills, my other medication, and a side order of ginseng tea. No kidding. I laid back in my bed, literally, and played the CD by Coldplay all night long, a rush of blood to the head. I began to, at first, sleep like a log. Then, somewhere during that night, I awoke, frightened. I felt my entire body shut down. I felt my entire body shut down, literally, beginning with my mind. Each compartment was as if they were rooms, and persons were turning out the lights to leave for the night or practically forever. And it scared me so much. I remember standing up, kicking my legs, and honestly not wanting to believe the drowsy effect taking me over. I was so frightened, not even of dying, but because I just realized my grandmother would open the door of my bedroom and see me lying cold and dank in my bed with this velvet light blaring over me. My body frozen, my limbs solid, and my eyes literally open, staring at the ceiling. I realized she would see me this way so frighteningly. I began to push myself to fight the haze, to fight against the tiredness I was feeling, to fight against death. I kept saying, no, this isn't happening. I won't die. I can't be dying if I am talking. My eyes are open, and here I am. People like me don't die. I can't let her see me lying in bed, cold and sick, with my eyes open. Please don't let me die, not like this. I heard a voice that said, lie back. As I began to walk myself to bed, I remember gazing profoundly in space. You know how people give blank stares when they are thinking really hard about something? The difference with me was my mind was blank, and each part of me was shutting down physically, and I felt this. I just could not die this way. But the voice told me to lie back, lie down, and wait. So I tried to close my eyes, and then I began to see myself lying in bed. This would be the OBE, I guess, because I saw myself on the ceiling in spirit form, staring at my physical body, staring back with her eyes open, literally just dying, preparing to die, just a dark death. Then it got a little better because I began to feel lavender and purple and indigo around my body, haloing me in some sort of comforting vice. It was enchanting, beautiful, very loving. I could still hear the song Daylight in the boombox playing. I literally saw the halo image of God, either a seraphim or God himself, because he flew right over my sleeping body. My spirit returned to my body and waited to be collected by angels, and said in the most loving of voices, I can't take you now, honey. I'm sorry. I spiritually remained in my body, and then I began to dream lucid dreams, or hallucinate, truthfully. I don't know, but this is what I saw. I saw myself still staring up at the ceiling. First, except I was in a hospital and dressed in all black with a little white daisy in my front pocket. My entire family came to see me. I was hooked up to machines. I was barely breathing a tube respirator in my mouth. I was so paralyzed, my entire body, save for my eyes that couldn't blink, stared up at my family. I saw them all quite vividly, all of them crying. I also heard the same voice, quote unquote, God, who said, I'm sorry, doll, but sometimes when people attempt suicide and it's not their time to go, they end up in situations just to pass that time away until it's time for that lifetime to end. And sometimes they end up in situations such as this. This is what happens. The voice was so soothing, so loving, I knew this was a time to learn. It concluded with a kind but quite realistic. You will wake up, you will be in 100% shape, your mind will be 100% healthy, as it always was, but when this is over, you will wake up very sick. Perhaps this will discourage you from future tries. Please, I am begging you, your life will be beautiful. I promise you. You have nothing to worry about. You won't be homeless in the street. I was always worried that I wouldn't graduate high school or be able to take care of myself. This is a promise from me to you. Please trust in me. I promise to never let you fall. Then my mind was dancing in velvet and black. Literally, shapes and universes were eating each other and growing inside of one another, celestial energy all the way, stars dancing around one another and stars bursting into light. After this, I remember waking up with a full sound mind, as promised, and as promised, I was sick for 3 days straight, vomiting everything up. This was the body's defense to make sure I wouldn't ingest anything harmful. I know this now. But after those 3 days, I healed up back to the normal me. I was also inspired to write after my ordeal. This is what I wrote. It's to say no matter who you are in this world, gay, straight, black, white, African, American, whoever you are, male, female, transgender, animal, incest, all caps, whoever or whatever. If it's created, God loves it. All caps, God loves you. If this will discourage anyone from ending it all, if this brings anyone out there hope, then I have done a good deed somewhere, which makes me very proud. I hope this gives people hope. Here's what I wrote the day right after what I had done. The Crow. Love is stronger than death. 09/22/2003. You ever heard that old adage? Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought her back? I never believed it was true until last night. As with love is stronger than death, emotions and feelings being such guiding forces able to raise us from the dead. Something so small like all caps love, yet so meaningful. Being sadly depressed for so long of my life, and I have yet to see a miracle in my life. No one was a harsher, meaner, taskmaster critic of me than me. You can psychologize where those negative inner voices come from. Mom, dad, uncle, grandma, and grandpa, or blame your entire dysfunctional family. Go on, you know you want to. Hell, the rest of you wants to place the blame rightfully into your arms, your lap. In truth, however, you decide to put together why I am unstable. That's fine by me. But invariably, the madness of my existence always drove me to suicide. Always. I've been suicidal since I was 12 years old. My grandmother only realized the seriousness when I first, and finally, allowed myself into the care of psycho-evaluation. When you are stretched out on a stretcher and you're vomiting all over the place until your insides burned, you would think that is when a person would stop, right? Wrong. I wasn't a week out the hospital before I attempted 4 different times, always thinking, this is it. This will be the last of me. Only to find myself awake, full blown awake, and in pain, always in pain, worse pain than when I first attempted. Last night was inevitable. My heart ached for me and figured enough was enough. Perhaps he just had to prove who was key over life or death. And guess who it is, everyone? Not just Jesus, not just God, but me. I had the power to blow me away, or I had the power to strengthen me. Me. Last night, I drank down an entire bottle of pills, a bottle of Beef Eater's Gin, some sleeping pills, and a side order of ginseng tea. I figured, now this will invariably work. And guess what, everyone? It really did. When I was stretched out on the stretcher, that was nothing, absolutely zilch nothing compared to last night. I could feel my entire body shutting down, my brain closing, my heart slowed until there was but a faint heartbeat. And if you think I am kidding, you think I am being dramatic, that's fine. But I know what I felt last night. I saw the beginning stages of death. Firstly, you must believe angels surround you with love despite how low you feel, even if you're as cut and dry as Bill Mayer. Angels surround and light your path. They are there for a reason. See, when you die, you need to be escorted through the astral realms. Who better to do it than angels? I have about 50 plus guarding me. I saw for myself. Step out of my body. I was raised up high on the ceiling a few times myself, staring down at my sleeping body. Most scientists would say that the brain is still active even in death. This was several images at once flashing before me because perhaps I was to have a near-death experience or actually die, and that could be true as well. My brain understand its and the body's demise could have been truly overactive that night, flashing several things, including my childhood before me. But I know what I saw. Next thing, I feel my entire bedroom light with rainbows, purple and gold light, and I could feel God's presence. Do you know what he said? He didn't say, "You're going to burn in hell. You're evil for this. You're a bad person." Do you know what he said to me? "I can't take you right now, honey. You are barely finished with this lifetime. You will have to complete why you are here. When you wake up, you will be very sick, but nothing will happen to you." I remember the very soft, subtle way he said, "honey." It felt so wonderful, like God was up to date, and at the same time was himself. He had a soft, feminine touch, as God is both male and female energy, but it was nice. I always remembered reading Christian self-help books in bookstores, feeling frustrated, always my heart breaking in this, well, does this include me? way? When they would describe let me read that over. I always remembered reading Christian self-help books in bookstores, feeling frustrated, always my heart breaking in this, well, does this include me way? When they would describe the vastness and the boundlessness and the foreverness of God's love. It would always wreck my heart. How could God ever love me? Sort of how I view everyone in my life, my family, my friends, online, offline, right here. How could anyone love me? How, when I can't love me? Revolutionary esotericism. So why should God take time out of his busy schedule to care anything about me? Protect me? Yes. When I drink myself sick for days at a time, no food, no water, nothing but the booze that rocks in my gut, reminded me just how alone I am, just how sad I am, shunned by the world. So, Father, if I am your daughter, why have you allowed her to prostitute herself on the streets? Can you love tainted girls like me? No one could. But then I was resurrected by love, the guiding hand light love. I was brought back because my heart refused to give up. That poor engine just would not give up. So here I am, everyone. Even that Don Henley song stuck in my head, I'm taking you home, which I figured, and there it was, my friends, my first encounter with my angels and God. Plus, my heart may have stopped or slowed to nothing, but it was still flowing with blood, the blood of love, the Lamb, whatever you call it. Something kept me grounded in the physical from leaving. I am here to do something important. And certain people in my life, my grandma, for instance, loved me. I kept thinking, oh my God, what if she finds my body right here in the bed? My corpse, my lifeless corpse. How would she feel? How would she feel seeing my lifeless dead body laying here in bed as the CD Coldplay remains on forever repeat? That kept me grounded here. That image, her. Not even her, but just the idea she would see my body lying in this bed, dead, with my eyes gazing up at the ceiling. My eyes didn't close for part of the night, part of that night, most of that night. I wish I could have understood the significance then. What did my eyes read when they were locked onto my ceiling? Were they in hope? Sadness? Despair? Could they read my expression if I had died that night? The idea that we sort of wake one another up every day to complete the day? It's different now because I can write my emotions but not show them, and I understand now everything. She kept my heart from letting me fly. Love is stronger than death. The same can be said of Jesus Christ. He sacrificed his own life as the last sacrifice so that all can have salvation. Personally, I believe God came down more than once besides Jesus, but Jesus is most popular with everyone. Another prime example would be with the movie Lost and Delirious. Remember when Paulie was with Mary Brave? They recited Lady Macbeth's role in Shakespeare's Macbeth and then chose themselves to become one with the darkness. Remember when Mary Brave at the end said, I was almost lost to this darkness, but you were inside me saying, be strong. You were the heart inside of me that kept to the light. Sadly, Polly didn't have anyone to love her. Polly didn't have anyone to guide her from the darkness, so she had to fly. It's a lot like that. I was lost in oblivion, black holes, black scenery, and apathy, but my heartbeat kept me here, grounded on planet Earth. I love you all. Stay strong. Please keep pushing on. Someone hears you somewhere. End quote. Thank you, Nicole. There are some questions. Date NDE occurred. Answer, recently. At the time of your experience, question, was there an associated life-threatening event? Yes, suicide attempt, but not I drank hardcore liquor and pills. Question, did your hearing differ in any way than normal? Answer, music, God's voice, angels, singing, love. Question, did you pass into or through a tunnel? Answer, yes. I never saw heaven or hell. I learned there really isn't a hell, but I wasn't allowed into heaven because it wasn't my time to go. Question, the experience included? Answer, presence of deceased persons. Question, did you encounter or become aware of any deceased persons? Answer, yes. Angels, spirits, seraphim, God. Question, did you see an unearthly light? Answer, yes, all around me in my bedroom, etc. Question, did you seem to enter some other unearthly world? Answer, everything meshed as one. Question, what emotions did you feel during the experience? Answer, love. Like I needed to learn something. Protected, as if someone in this world cared. Question, did you suddenly seem to understand everything? Answer, again, there isn't a hell and God loves us all. The most important knowledge anyone could know. Question, did scenes from your past come to you? Answer, family came to see me. Question, did you come to a border or point of no return? Answer, again, peace, love. The only worry was whether or not I was really on a respirator or if that was all a dream. Question, what was your religion prior to your experience? Answer, conservative/fundamentalist, raised Southern Baptist Christian. Question, what is your religion now? Answer, liberal. I am New Age/Eastern philosophy, Hindu, Buddhist, Taoist, and a little Christian influence. I know, all caps now, God loves us all, regardless of our beliefs and whether we are gay or straight, black or white. God loves us, all caps, all. He loves me regardless of how I feel. And all caps, always with 8 exclamation marks. So it really means us all, me and you, no matter what. Question, did you have a change in your values and beliefs because of your experience? Answer, yes, I won't do what I did ever again. Question, was the experience difficult to express in words? Answer, yes, because I kept seeing the color of lavender and I felt so much love, sadness, love, mercy, kindness, and the entire thing was a message, and I know it. Question, do you have any psychic, non-ordinary, or other special gifts after your experience that you did not have before the experience? Answer, yes, I could fly. I don't think that's after the experience, but you never know. Question, are there one or several parts of your experience that are especially meaningful or significant to you? Answer, just the idea that what I've done could have maimed me for life. That depresses me some. Question, have you ever shared this experience with others? Answer, yes. Grandma didn't like the idea of me ending it all. I can say that, but somehow she had to understand. Question, at any time in your life, has anything ever reproduced any part of the experience? Answer, no. Question, is there anything else that you would like to add about your experience? Answer, again, if any of you are depressed reading this, please hold on. End quote. End question. Be thinking about Nicole. I hope everything is going well for her. Thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you for listening. Have a great day.